All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. Hi, welcome to the team call. We are now doing our calls every Tuesday at 8:30 because I have another obligation and it's called church, and I refuse to let that go on my Thursdays. So I'm making church my number one priority and you guys my number two priority. So today we have a special guest. You can probably pick her out because she looks really nervous. I'm just kidding. So Maria, wait, is it Shri? I like to call you Paletta. Can I call you Paletta? Yeah, she likes her maiden name better. All right, so we have Maria Paletta. She is a diamond coach. She's actually under Misty. She somehow found her and has been a big blessing to our team. She's been awesome. But she is going to be talking about using your why as your driving force to help your business be successful. So, Maria, do you want to introduce yourself, maybe give them a little bit of your story or say who you are, because the newer coaches may not know who you are yet.
All right. I am Maria. I go by Paletta, even though my legal name is Paletta Shreve. I have known my upline Misty since we were in college together. So a little bit of my background is I am a runner and a triathlete. And I have always struggled since I kind of went to college basically with having an eating disorder. And that was something that never went away, even through all of that activity and training. And you would have assumed that doing 3 Ironmans 3 years in a row, that would have been the best shape of my life that I was in. But it wasn't. So I got pregnant with my daughter, and the whole time that I was pregnant, I was researching how to dig my way out of an eating disorder. Once I was done, once I had her, because especially having a girl, that is not something that you want to pass on. And I knew that it wasn't something that I wanted, I didn't want that for my life. So through that, I started reverse dieting, and I eventually started using Shakeology. And I wasn't using it thinking that I was going to stick with it. I was just using it because I had it. But once I didn't have it anymore, I wanted it back. So I contacted Misty to see what I needed to do to afford it. So it started with that, and then I watched her, and I saw posts after I went back to work, and I hated my job, and it just one thing led to another, and I was like, okay, this is what I want. I want out of this clinic. And I texted her, and here I am. So what it initially allowed me to do was take a different job, still working as a PTA, that didn't have stable hours, and it still doesn't, and that's okay because of Beachbody. So my why kind of just started with this, I want to stay home. Because I think that's the first thing that a lot of moms, once they don't like their environment anymore at work, that's their first thing is just I want to stay home. But eventually, you have to dig deeper than the surface. It can't, your why has to be more than just one little thing that you want. You have to be able to look at what your life is going to look like once you reach that goal. So you have to be able to say, if I'm a mom and I want to stay home, I had to be able to point out, why. Because just staying home from work wasn't enough, on days that I wasn't motivated. Because I had this other job that, as long as I could keep it stable, it had instant money because I had instant, patience. So just that surface of, I want to stay home, that's not enough. And so I had to be able to realize I will have my independence if I can stay home. Will be the creator of my own future if I get to stay at home. I don't have anybody telling me what to do if I get to stay home. That was turned into my driving force of, I am better than what these people are saying that I am. I am smarter than what they're allowing me to do. And I have more to offer people than what, the responsibilities that they're giving me. So like once I realized that it was deeper than that, like that's where you really can start to use your why and use it to like drive you forward and use it to make this a career if that's what you want. But even if you don't want it as a career, even if you just want it as a hobby and you just want to, help people because Beachbody helped you, like you still have to find out why. Like, why do you want to help people? It can't just be, I just want to help people. Like how does it make you feel whenever you have a successful challenger? How's it going to make you feel whenever somebody looks at you and says, like, you are the reason that I am alive. Like, you are the reason that my life has changed. So once you know, like, why you're around, then you have to figure out, like, what to do with it. And if you can figure out your why deeper than the surface, like, it's going to give you purpose and it's going to give you a more solid foundation to build your business on. So then you find out, like, where do I add value to people? Like, what am I good at? What are my personal strengths? And once you can figure out those things, like, everybody has a niche, like everybody has something and somebody that they can relate to. And that's why you have to have your own why and not somebody else's, because you are connecting with a totally different group of people. And then that's where you find your passion. Like, you find your strengths, you find where you add value to other people, and then you just light that on fire. And you just use that and you give them all of the information. You use all of your strengths and you find all of these things that you have to offer and you just keep offering them. And, some people are, going to look at you like you're crazy, but you're truly offering them something. It's not just, you don't just sell a challenge pack and that's it. Like, you're taking your time to help these people transform their lives. So give it your all and, use your passion to do that. And once you find your passion and what is like moving you forward and what is, making you motivated, then you put that passion into your challengers. And you have to meet your challengers where you're at, like where they're at. So you take your passion and then you have two things to do at that point. Like, you have your journey and you will always have your journey, and you share your journey and you put it out on social media and you show them what your offering can do for them. Like, you show them what it is. But then once you have these challengers, like, you can't just talk about yourself. Like, you can't just tell them your story all over again every day in these groups. You have to go back to where you were, where they're at, and you have to meet them where they're at, and you share with them ways that they can get to where you are by starting back at the beginning. Like, I don't go into my challenge groups and start talking about running every day, because all of my challengers aren't running. But on my social media, I pretty much talk about running almost every day, because that's what I do. But in these groups, I'm just talking about my fitness. I'm just talking about my running incorporated with Beachbody. I'm talking about what I did that day and the decisions that I made to get there, to get my workout in. It's not always easy, but I want them to know that I was in their shoes at one point. And so in your challenge groups, you use your passion to bring them to where you are, I guess is the better way to, like, you meet them where they're at in their journey, and so that you can help them get to where you're at. And you keep, it's just like a cycle. Like, you just keep going back to what you want to do. You just keep going back to why you're there. On the days that you're not motivated, you go into those challenge groups and you tell them, like, I'm not motivated, and you share with them. and you just use everything that you have to be a Beachbody coach. Because the thing is if you're just in this because, you know, you want to stay home, the next time that something comes along that tells you that you're going to be able to stay home, like, are you going to jump ship? Like, are you going to grab the next thing that's going to promise you to stay home? Or do you have a passion for what you're doing? Can you truly go to your challenge groups and, you know, find a reason to get on the computer that day? Like, can you really go to your challenge groups and find a reason to drink your shake and to do your workouts? Or do you look at your challenge groups and you look at what you're doing as Beachbody, and even though you have a why, it's not deep enough to make you want to do any of it? Because there are a lot of things out there that could help you stay home. There's a lot of things out there that could pay off your student loans. There's a lot of different options being presented every day to pay for your groceries. But is your why deeper than just the surface of what you want out of it? Because if it's deeper than the surface of what you want out of it, then, you know, that is where you can take it and you can put it into your business, and you can pull everything that you want out of life and make it a reality. So that's kind of where it's at.
Thank you. That was awesome. Hey, so question for you. Since you post about running a lot, like that is what it seems like that's what you target. Do you have a lot of runners on your team? Is that what you recruit?
Nope.
No. Do you have any runners?
I have some. Mostly they are beginners. I have a few that will just contact me about the strength training. Like, so they've started to realize that like the Core de Force was like a huge driving, like I got a lot of people from that. But I'll just get a lot of people that just ask me, like, what do you do for strength training? And I'll tell them, and then like they'll want the programs, or they'll end up with Beachbody on demand. But even though I talk about the like running, it hasn't really gotten me anywhere with runners. But I think that it's true to me. So even though people aren't runners, they still come to me.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Does anyone have any questions for Maria? Anyone want to say anything?
Has anyone ever asked any of you, it's not specific to who it is, if they could DVR their on-demand?
Is someone asking you that?
I just got asked that a few minutes ago if they could DVR it, and I told them I don't think so.
I don't think
that's possible. I don't think you like.
No.
I mean, I guess if you have a smart TV, but
I don't think they're that smart.
I don't think they can. They'd have to you have to like record it on your phone and then save it.
Yeah.
And then what's the point if you have on demand on your phone? I don't know.
It struck me as odd, but it was a question I got asked, and I was just wondering if anybody else got asked that.
Hey, so I'm pretty sure that you can't. I've tried it myself with my Amazon stick.
You would.
What?
You would try it, wouldn't you?
Well, I've tried it with that, and I've also tried it with a friend of mine's Roku, and you can't do it. You can't. I don't even think you can get it through your Amazon stick or through Roku. You have to do it through an actual Android or actual online.
You can do it through Roku. There's an app.
Yeah.
That's how I stream mine.
Yeah, you can do it through Amazon Fire Stick also. I've done it through that.
And I couldn't do it through Amazon Fire Stick.
Yeah, it somehow just came up, and then you had to go to your account, and it tells you a code to put in.
Oh, I'll have to try it again then.
And then I told them accurately, which I thought it was kind of ridiculous anyway, but They were wondering, so I gave them the best answer I could.
There you go. Yeah, I never had that question come up before.
Yeah, you figure you're accessing an application. It's not like you're accessing the TV programs or anything.
Right.
It's within Team Beachbody. Team Beachbody would have to allow that to happen.
Right. I figured they probably had something in place that wouldn't let you pirate that video.
Yeah.
Anyone else have any questions? No. I love that you said, Maria, that your why has to be bigger than like just staying at home, because anything can really get you to stay at home. I just see so many coaches that they quit their business because they go to another MLM because they think that's what's going to give them the quick cash. Like it's really in the challenge groups and how much passion you truly have for them and for building a team of your own. You know, it's a lot of the leadership as well. I like that you said that. Hopefully those people who are thinking about jumping from network marketing company to another will keep that in mind.
Well, the other thing is you also have to do the same things with any other company that you're going to try to start anyways.
Absolutely.
That you're doing now. So if you're not doing it now, you're not going to do it with some other company.
Who was that?
Jess Beckley.
Hi. Thanks. Anybody else want to add anything? Nope. All right. Cool. Thank you so much, Maria. That was awesome. And hopefully, I would love for everyone who was on this call, everyone who listens to the recording, why don't you guys post your why? Like what is driving you guys to keep going in your business? Post it below. So I'm going to post the recording in the group or in the team page. So below that, I want to hear you guys' why. What is keeping you here? What is stopping you from, just jumping to another network marketing company or to another business? It would be nice to hear that. I feel like whenever you can write it down and you can share it with other people, I don't know, it just pushes you that much more, that extra accountability. That's okay, Beth. Yeah, you'll have to listen at the beginning. It's okay. Hi, Michaela. All right, guys. Thank you, Maria. And we will definitely share the recording. So if you guys have any coaches, look, Misty's so proud. She was totally texting me. So if you guys have any coaches who missed it, you can share it with them. All right.